Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Let's see. Can everyone hear me? Hi, Hillary.
Yep.
Hi, Callie. Good to see everyone. Lots of people popping in. All right. Got to set a few settings. All right. I am going to mute everyone. Perfect. Wow. Hi, guys. Molly, Alicia, Carly, Ellen, May, Valerie, Callie, Camille, Diana, iPhone, Ivy, good to see everyone. Wow, it's early on the West Coast as well. Thank you guys for joining me so early. I noticed Hillary has her coffee. I've got my tea right here, right there with y'all, fueling up. Yep. So good to see everyone this morning. Molly says, I love being up on a Saturday morning. Sunday mornings were always my favorite in LA. Downtown LA, like 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning is like the most brilliant time in that city because no one else is up. I used to love walking the streets on Sunday mornings because it was just so peaceful and serene and like all of LA is asleep. Okay. Just making sure everyone's muted. All right. I see Jasmine and Tracy and Carol and Valerie. Oh my goodness. So many brilliant creators up in the morning. Alicia says that's how it was in Chicago. I loved it Sunday mornings too. Yeah, it's just such a nice time. I'm such a morning person. I don't know. It's one of my things. So, all right. People are still popping in. Anita says, sending magical vibes to all the creators today. Yes, 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 yes. I love it when people are like, so I just get to do this like 5 days a week, right? And I'm like, well, you can do this 5 days a week. And the universe doesn't really see the difference between days. So for me, I've already been up this morning meditating and doing my rituals and grounding myself and all sorts of stuff. All right. So I see someone on their iPhone has their hand raised. I will unmute you for just a hot second. Who is this? No? Someone on their iPhone? Hello?
Right. Hello.
Hi, who's this?
It's Mimi.
Hi, I saw your hand raised. How are you?
I know, I'm sitting in the car waiting for my sister, so I might be disconnected any second, but I didn't want to miss the first.
Good. Good. Well, it's good to have you here. I'm going to put you back on mute so we can get started, but if you have to jump off, the replay will be made available to all of you just like yesterday via email, almost exactly after this is done. So, welcome. All right, first things first, again, just like yesterday, if you have not yet, please join the Facebook community. There's lots of great stuff happening in there. Loved seeing everyone's comments about their takeaways yesterday, seeing everyone's big dreams and little bites for the week. Super excited. Again, most of you have already getting familiar with the comments area so that you can be engaged with this training. It's really important to be creators. Remember, it's not just a monologue, it's a dialogue. And we've kind of had a little bit of a creator roll call. I had planned to have a little creator roll call. Everyone's kind of jumping in, but talk to me about how y'all are doing after yesterday's trainings. You guys want to pop in the chat box and the comment box how yesterday went for you. As you're doing that, I'm going to get started. So we all know the homework yesterday was to pick our big vision, like really allow yourself to dream, get into the energy of what that vision is, and then figure out a bite you can take in the next 6 days. So I saw a lot of comments in the Facebook threads. I loved seeing all of your big visions. Even some of them surprised me, like Hillary's. I didn't know that was your big vision. and how Ivy's vision has changed since last time I talked to her. And like, there's so many good things happening. So I love the momentum that's going, and I'm super excited. Oh, good. Alicia started designing her website yesterday. Amazing. Jasmine says refreshing and exciting. Carly says I'll be tweaking my dream along the way. Totally, totally valid. We all do that, all of us. And there will be more things that get revealed to you the more that you dwell in the energy of your dream. For example, a year ago, I didn't know that I wanted to start 2 foundations. Like, that wasn't even something that was on my radar. So your dream will reveal itself to you as the time is going. Last year, for example, I had no idea I was writing a book last year. So the more that you're in the energy of your dreams, those steps, those things will begin to reveal themselves to you, and it will change or morph. The interesting thing, though, is that, like, for me, my endpoint, like my GPS endpoint, didn't really change. Even when I switched from being a fashion designer to being a coach, my why, that destination that I put in my Maps app, didn't change. So it's interesting that, like, once we find that thing, like that real true soul calling that each of us have, that stays pretty consistent, even though the how or the what might shift as you move forward. Yay, Anita's looking at apartments. Ellen's feeling properly focused. Jasmine's feeling super motivated by the group. Awesome. Yay. All right. So I hope everyone has a way to take notes. Today's going to get a little technical. Now, I know that a lot of manifestation teachers want to do the whole, like, yeah, just think about it and it'll happen. Or The Secret tells you, like, oh yeah, just envision the red car and then you'll get a red car, right? Yes and no. And I like to break it down. I like to make it super tangible. I like to bring in some of the actual, like, science and, like, mechanicalness behind this process so that you can really truly understand what's going on. And now I also want to just set the stage to let you know this is just one of the building blocks of this work. This is not everything. A lot of manifestation people, this is why I call it anti-manifestation. A lot of manifestation people think that you just have to sit around and think happy thoughts and then your life's going to change. That is a part of it. That is not all of it. So over the next few days, we're going to be going through most of the building blocks of this work. Today is just the first one, okay? And then they're going to be layered on top of each other. So like I said, I like to look at this from a super tangible perspective. So everyone here, I'm assuming at some point has listened to the radio. I know that's kind of like outdated and super old school, right? Like the legit radio. But we've all listened to the radio, so we all have a concept of, like, what that is. So have you ever noticed that your radio isn't just magic? Like, it doesn't just magically transmit sound, right? There's actual things that go behind the music that you hear when you turn on a radio. So radio towers is kind of where it starts. Radio towers transmit waves through the air, waves that we can't see, but they're there. And we know because when we're driving our car or sitting in our house listening to the radio, we have an antenna that picks up those waves. And then we turn on our radio, and the radio, we tune it to a certain frequency. And when that frequency is correct on our radio and it's receiving the waves from the radio antenna, it plays the frequency that we've set it to. Oh, hold on. So the radio resonates at the frequency that we've tuned our radio to. And then it discards all the other frequencies. So you can't listen to multiple radio frequencies on the same radio. You can't tune jazz and pop and oldies and rock all at the same time. We tune to one radio frequency. And if we adjust that frequency, that's what allows all those different sounds to come through our radio. So if we're tuned to pop, we cannot hear country. And if we're tuned to oldies, we cannot hear jazz, okay? We all understand that, right? Like basic understanding premise. All right, I'm seeing some nods. So let's take the same concept and apply it to your vision. in this example, you are the radio tower. You're the radio tower, okay? And every single day, you're sending out waves through your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your beliefs. Now, when we send out those radio waves from our tower, the universe is the antenna. And that antenna picks up the waves that we're sending. Now, the world around us is kind of like the radio. And then the results that we experience are based on the frequency that we're set to. So we're both the transmitter of the waves and the receiver of the frequency, okay? So we emit our waves through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our emotions, through our beliefs. The universe picks up those thoughts, emotions, feelings, and beliefs and sends that into the physical world for us. And then once it's in the physical world, we are able to then receive that frequency through results, opportunities, experiences, and that frequency is based on our settings, our radio settings. So, for example, you cannot receive the frequency of a 6 or 7 figure business if your radio waves aren't emitting the proper frequency and your radio isn't set to that frequency. So if you're emitting waves aligned with, say, a 5-figure business, you cannot create a 6 or 7-figure business. If you are currently set, like really heavily set on your current life experience, whether that's your job, your home, your relationships, whatever that is, if you're really, truly 100% hell-bent on being in that frequency, emitting those waves, and tuning your radio dial to that frequency, that is the results, the experiences, and the opportunities that you are going to then receive. That's what the universe is going to send you, because the universe's antenna is picking up on those waves. And when it picks up on those waves, that's the frequency that it emits back to you. The radio cannot pick up a 5-figure frequency and then transmit back to you a 7-figure one. It doesn't work that way. So if your radio wave is set to poverty, the universe cannot transmit the frequency of wealth. If your radio waves are set to being broken, I did a hypnosis with a client yesterday and it came out that she believed that she was broken. So if your radio waves are set to broken, the universe cannot transmit back to you wholeness. Does that make sense to everyone? Mimi's saying, wow. I saw Mimi's face like change too as we were talking. Alicia says, yes. Awesome. Yes. All right. Everyone's getting this. Okay. So if your waves are set to jazz, the universe cannot transmit to you oldies. The world around you, the universe will only ever transmit to you in alignment with the waves that you're emitting. Okay? So the cool part about this is kind of twofold. The cool part about this is you can be super fucking conscious and deliberate about the waves you're emitting and the frequency you're setting yourself to. So that's the first part of today's work, is to find those waves. What are those waves that you need to emit in order to then change your radio dial to hear the frequency you desire? So again, if you're emitting jazz, the universe will send back to you jazz. You'll hear jazz. Now, if you want to change that, you have to change the waves you're sending out and the frequency that you're receiving in order to hear oldies or pop or jazz or hip hop or any of the things that you want to hear, right? So we're going to do just a quick meditation to help you tune into this. So the way that you are going to change your waves is through your feelings. So most people, if they don't like the results they're getting out, if they don't like the frequencies that they're receiving in the physical world, they want to go fuck with the physical world. That's not how it works.
Brother.
If you want to change what the universe is sending to you, it's not about going out into the physical world and changing shit in the physical world. It's about changing yourself. It is about evolving yourself so that you, as the radio tower, are sending out the waves of what it is you're wanting to create. Think back to yesterday. Remember what I said? If you talk about all the things you don't want, those are your radio waves. A shitty job, working weekends with bad pay. That's the radio waves that you're sending out to the universe. And the universe is picking that up, and it's an antenna being like, great, here's a shitty job with weekend hours and no pay. You want to switch that, you have to switch the waves you're sending out. I want an amazing job, only working weekdays, making more than I'm worth, right? So we're going to tune in quickly. We're going to tune in to your waves, the frequencies of that vision, okay? Because right now it can be a little hard, and I get it. Our eyesight's really deceiving. Our eyesight really prevents us from tuning into those waves on a really regular basis because the world around us isn't always what we want it to be. And so when we're caught in the trap of our eyesight dictating the waves that we're sending out, that's when we get in the spiral of really continuing to create all the things that we don't want to be creating, okay? So I want everyone quickly, as long as you're not driving, put everything down and close your eyes. So we're just going to tune in to the frequency, the waves, the feelings of our vision. So I need to just bring all of your attention inside your body. Just letting go of anything that's going on around outside of you. Just bring all of your awareness and your attention inside your body, specifically to your heart. So you can just focus on that space right in the center of your chest, halfway between the front of your rib cage and your spine. Just taking some deep breaths in and feeling that area expand with every inhale and contract with every exhale. Keeping all of your energy and attention focused on that space within. And as you're there, I just want you to bring into your mind's eye this vision that you had yesterday. This big vision of exactly what it is you're wanting to create. And as you see yourself in the presence of living out that vision, having those experiences, creating that value, stay in your heart space while you're seeing those images and just notice what happens in your heart. How does your heart respond to you in your dream, in your deepest desires? What sensations are present for you there in your heart? Do you feel a tingling or an expansion? Maybe you feel some sort of ripple, ease, contentment. Spaciousness. And as if you had a volume button on your heart, I want you to turn it up just a little bit. Turn up those feelings. Turn up those sensations. Just really give yourself permission right now to feel. To feel the reality of that vision. Of those deep desires that you have. And one more time, I want you to turn that dial up once again. So that feeling becomes loud and bold and incredibly present within your body. I just want you to take note of exactly what you're feeling right now. What's coming up for you and what's present for you in this moment. And then just envision as if you're that radio tower, that feeling within your heart right now is expanding from the confines of your body. It's growing bigger and bigger, filling up your aura and expanding past it. Feeling that feeling grow to the size of the room in which you're sitting, the size of the building or car that you're currently in, the size of the city, the state, the country. Just recognizing that in this moment, those waves that you're transmitting are being picked up by the universe. You're dwelling in the energy of your vision, your deepest desires. It's being picked up by the universe, which will in turn emit that frequency back to you. We don't know when, and we don't know how, but we know that it will. So in a minute, I'm going to bring you back into the room in which you sit. Just start to deepen your breathing, feeling yourself in your body. You can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. When I have you open your eyes, I want you guys to just write down quickly exactly what you experienced, what that feeling was. You can write it in your journal or you can share it in the chat box. So as you're ready, you can just take a deep breath and open back up your eyes. Just take a second to take note of what you felt, the sensations that were present in your heart. If you want, you can share it in the comment box. Hillary said joy and happiness. I love it. So this is the first part of your homework, okay? What you just felt, those radio waves, That is exactly how you are going to continue transmitting to the universe what you're available for. Ooh, Valerie said such absolute truth. Carly said peace and freedom. Mimi says peace. I love it. So those are the waves that you want to be emitting out from your body. As the radio tower, those are the waves that you want to be putting out for the universe to be picking up. So the first part of the homework, I want everyone to write this down. Write down the number 10. And then write down the number 17. So after the number 10, I want you to write down times. And after the number 17, I want you to write down seconds. Oh my gosh, such good comments coming in, you guys. This is the first part of your homework. This feeling that you just felt, those radio waves that you just put out 10 times a day. Now, not just today, not just for the next 5 days. This becomes a habit. This is how you begin communicating to the universe what it is that you're available for, what it is that you're open to, and what it is that you're wanting to create. 10 times a day, 17 seconds apiece. Okay? Now we're going to switch gears real quick. This becomes the not so fun side of co-creation. As we talked about yesterday, the universe doesn't differentiate. It doesn't give a fuck what signal you send it. Now, not because it dislikes you, because in the universe's eyes, everything is good. Everything is right. Everything is all right all the time. So the universe picks up whatever signal you send to it. If you're sending signals of possibility, it picks up your signals of possibility. If you're sending it signals of impossibility, it is picking up on those signals of impossibility. The second you say that something is impossible for you, that thing becomes impossible for you. But for no one else, only you. You can sit in your room right now and say, it's impossible for me. It's impossible to build a 7-figure business, just as an example. And I'll say to you, that's great for you. That's not my truth. My truth is that it's possible, and it is possible for me. The universe doesn't care if you're sending out signals of possibility or impossibility. Its only job is to pick up on the signal that you send. So if you say it's possible, the universe is going to be like, awesome, sending you all the possibilities. If you say it's impossible, the universe is going to be like, awesome, sending you all the impossibilities. The coolest part about this is that it takes no more energy to think thoughts of possibility as it does to think thoughts of impossibility. No difference. So the second part of the homework is I want you to get really, really, really aware. Every single one of us is transmitting tens of thousands of radio waves to the universe every single day. What waves are you sending? Are you sending waves of possibility? Or are you sending waves of impossibility? So I did a podcast earlier this year called What Are You Fighting For? Now, I will warn you, this is shit most people don't want to look at. This is why most manifestation teachers teach the think positive, happy bullshit, right? I did a podcast earlier this year called What Are You Fighting For? And in it, I asked, are you fighting for your possibilities or are you fighting for your limitations? Now, almost every single one that responded to this podcast said, oh, I'm absolutely fighting for my possibilities. I would never fight for my limitations, ever. And yet I'd see those very same people in the Facebook community talking again and again and again about all the impossibilities and all the limitations. Well, I can't follow my dream because I can't afford it. I can't follow my dream because I don't have an investor. I can't follow my dream because I have a day job. I can't follow my dream because my husband doesn't support it. I can't follow my dream because I don't live in the right place. I can't follow my dream because of da 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 da. Those are the radio waves of impossibility. So if you say, I can't follow my dream because of X, the universe is going to be like, yeah, you're right. Here's more X. So one of the things, so I had jotted down a few examples. So like, this is why, sorry. So we have excuses and we have stories and we have our limitations, right? And the more that we emit the radio waves of those things, the more of those things that we get. So by telling the stories of, I want money, like even this week, right? Like I want this dream of mine because I'm poor. I want this dream of mine because I'm poor. I want this dream of mine. I want a new job because I'm not appreciated. That's fighting for your limitations. Telling the story of, this is where I am in my life and da-da-da-da, like all these things, you are literally renewing that limitation again and again and again and again. So it is enough in your life to simply say, I want my desires. You do not have to tell the backstory of, I want to make money because I have all this debt. Stop talking about your debt. You're literally emitting radio waves of debt. I want to make X amount of money because I can't pay my rent. You are literally emitting radio waves of not being able to pay your rent. I want a new job because I'm not appreciated. You're emitting radio waves of not being appreciated. And I know that people have a hard time with a lot of this. We get really, really attached to where we are. We get really committed to where we are, even if it's something we don't want. I had a huge aha in my life about this in October. I've been wanting to be healthy for years and years and years and years and years. And the story I was telling again and again and again for literally 10 years was, I am sick. All day, every day, I am sick. And I can tell you, since I realized that, since I had that epiphany of how committed I was to being sick, how committed we all are to being in poverty because we all tell those stories, I have been healthy since the day that I made that realization. So if you want to fight for your possibilities, you have got to stop telling the stories of your limitations, of your excuses. How it's been in the past doesn't fucking matter unless that's what you want more of. The radio waves that you are emitting is so incredibly important. Even by saying things such as like, I don't know how. You are literally transmitting radio waves that are blocking you from receiving clarity. Well, I don't know how my dream's going to happen. The universe is like, cool, got it. She doesn't know how her dreams are going to happen, sending her more of not knowing how her dreams are going to happen. So today, we're going to get really, really conscious of our desired waves and become aware of the unconscious waves that we're emitting. Now, are all of these unconscious waves and excuses and stories and all this stuff going to go away overnight? Abso-fucking-lutely not. This is a process. One that we as humans fall in and out throughout our entire lives, myself included. This kind of work is lifetime work. It's not one and done work. You don't get to do this work today and be like, awesome, I am now fixed. It doesn't work that way. There are people on this challenge that have done this challenge 5 times with me. There are people on this call right now today that have personally worked with me and they're still evolving. This is not a today only thing. So just remember, you're writing your life, you're writing your destiny with every wave that you emit. Now you can choose to look at this from a place of despair, or you can choose to look at this from a place of empowerment. You get to do this work. You have the power within you right now to emit different waves and to receive different frequencies. So, I'm going to recap the homework quick. 1, the feelings you felt earlier, I want you to feel them 10 times a day, 17 seconds apiece. If you need to set timers, if you need to put up notes, if you need to set alarms, find a way to integrate this into your life. The more you do it, the better frequencies you're going to receive. The more you do it, the easier it's going to become. The more you do it, it's going to become a habit where that becomes your natural way of functioning. And for all of the, I don't have time, Bree, 10 times a day, 10 times is a lot. I don't have time for this. I want you to just envision your dreams right now as another person, as a being, as an entity. Maybe someone that you want to have an incredible relationship with. Now, if you looked at someone that you wanted to have an incredible relationship with and said, I don't have time to devote 2 minutes and 50 seconds to you every single day. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Can you imagine what that person would say back to you? For me, it would be along the lines of, go fuck yourself. Someone said that to me, I'd be like, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. Why would I want to be in a relationship with you? Who would want to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't have time for them? No one. So if you're not willing to make time for your dreams, I can 110% guarantee you that your dreams will not make time for you. Creators make time for their dreams. Creators make this work a priority. So that's homework number 1, 10 times a day, 17 seconds. Homework number 2, become aware of the other waves that you're emitting today. The stories, the excuses, the barriers, the limitations. What signals are you sending to the universe that have created exactly where you are right now and now are preventing you from creating what it is you desire? Really, really, really super important caveat that goes with this. You are looking at these things from a place of awareness, from a place of witnessing, and a place of observation. You are not looking at these from a place of judgment, shame, or guilt. Got it? You do not know what you do not know. And before today, you didn't know this shit. Or maybe you did, but you hadn't heard it in the right way, right? You don't know what you don't know. And there is no reason to feel bad or judgment or shame or guilt for not knowing something. You know it now. And now that you know it, you get to do something about it. You don't need to feel shame for where you've been. Okay? You get to love yourself for not knowing any better and for being in the place right now where you get to know better. Cool? Carol says, say it again. Homework 1, feeling. Transmitting your conscious radio waves 10 times a day, 17 seconds each. 10 times a day. No, you cannot do all 2 minutes and 50 seconds in one shot. 10 times a day. Homework 2, becoming aware, becoming conscious, and witnessing what are the other waves that you are sending out to the universe every day. Okay? No shame, no guilt, simple observation and witnessing from a neutral place. Oh, isn't that interesting? I'm such a human. Look at me basing my thoughts and my feelings on my eyesight. Cool? Everyone good? Everyone? Got a thumbs up? Awesome. Any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Anyone? Chris says, this is a great day. Mimi says, yeah. Valerie's all good. Alicia says, thank you. You are welcome. Camille's got all the hearts. Love it. Go have fun with this today, you guys. Like, this is really, truly just such an opportunity. Like, your homework today, think about this. Your homework today is to feel amazing. You're welcome. Go feel fucking awesome today, you guys. Go let the universe know what it is you're available for. No stories about what you've been available to in the past. No excuses. No attachments to not knowing how it's going to happen. Just simple diving in to your dreams, to the feelings. Alicia gives herself permission to feel awesome. Yes, I love it. Stephanie said, both my kitties found me during the meditation. Animals are so good like that. So good like that. Cynthia's setting 10 alarms. Amazing. Awesome. Cool. Go kick ass, you guys. In 5 minutes, the post is going up in the Facebook community. #day2, asking you what your biggest takeaway is. Remember, 5:55 tonight. #day2, asking about your homework. Okay. If you guys have any questions, if you have any thoughts, if you have epiphanies, if you have anything you want to share, post it in the community. I'm going to be in and out today. My boyfriend and I are going to see Home Alone, which I'm very excited about, at 1 o'clock. So I'll be offline for a few hours, but I'll be in and out. Excited to see what comes of this for you guys today. Because remember, the more that you're transmitting these feelings, the universe is picking up on it. And then the universe gets to be behind the scenes, making all sorts of things happen, throwing in all the opportunities. Anita, the right apartment listing at the right time for you to see it, all of the things start getting into your field of frequency when you're transmitting these waves and then open to receiving it, okay? Have so much fun. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time, same link. And if you need anything, go in the Facebook community. I'm so happy to support all of you all day, okay? Love you madly. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.